Okay, let me show you the easiest, and I do mean easiest, yeast-based loaf of bread you can make. It's absolutely delicious. I make this a lot, partly because I don't do shop bread well. A lot of the time it's full of additional stuff that doesn't agree with me. I'm just making sure it's on a level scale. Oh, no, it doesn't like me. Right, so first things first, with this we're going to go in with 500 grams of strong white bread flour. Now yes, you could go, make sourdough, sourdough's better, you're right, sourdough is better, but I need to start a feeder off. I need to actually get this recipe I found, particularly the stand mixer, okay. You could probably need it, but I will stand it for about, in a mix for about 20 minutes or so. Now the issue is with me, I can't use my hands that well without being in pain, so I've had to purchase a stand mixer. It's not an expensive one, I'll show you in a minute. It's just a standard George Asda supermarket one. Okay, so it does it's about a tablespoon, teaspoon of salt. To that I'm going to add when I find it, tablespoon of golden caster sugar, and to that I'm going to add, I think, a tablespoon or so of this stuff, fast action yeast. Okay, that's for hard work, honestly. The rest is just time. What I need to do as well on top of that, I need that. A lot of noise in the background, because what I do need is a load of water, and it's going to be warm. Can you hear me running that in the background? I can't even see what it is. That's when I can find my measuring jug. So there we go, there's our mix. Ignore this thing to the right, it looks disgusting. It's just cat food that I'm making with some beef and turkey. It's been slow cooking, but this here, now it's going to make a lot of noise, so I'm going to try and shout over it, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that on to be number one, if you can hear me. It's the slowest setting I've got on the mixer. And then I'm going for 80% hydration, so I'm literally adding 400 mils of warm water. So this is going to get very noisy. I'm going to make sure that this all mixes in. Sometimes the flour sticks, and then that'll slowly wind it up to the next speed. So you know your stand mixers, we're looking basically for a slow and steady, and I'm going to do that for about 10 minutes. Now it's very noisy, I'm not expecting you to sit and listen to this. That's it. I'll come back to you when it's of consistency I want it to be at. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be unworkable, but I promise you it isn't. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing, so I'm just going to claw that off. It's very sticky at this point, but it will be. This is going to go for around 2 hours, and every time it rises in this bowl, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to stretch and fold it. I'm going to go through that process around 3 times before putting it in a baking tin, okay, to do the final lies before baking in a cold oven. Say a cold oven, an oven that's obviously not preheated. So what I'm doing here now, I'm just going to ignore that food waste there, but all I'm doing, I'm going to grease it a little bit there. Okay. And then with something, I find it somewhat positive, that'll do. So what I'm going to do is allow that to go to now. Right. Now it looks far too wet. Promise you though, this will turn out absolutely amazing. It's a little bit difficult, but you can see those strands already stretching, and that's what we want. Excuse my terminology, I'm not a great understander of baking bread at the moment, but it is working very well. So to that, and only because it's a bloody nightmare if I don't, I'm going to get some cling film. When I find out what I've done with it, I'm going to get some cling film. Where is my cling film? I don't seem to have any cling film. I'll come back when I've got some cling film. There we go. So I'm going to coat it with cling film. That cling film has been greased, okay, so the bread when it rises doesn't stick to it. I'll come back and show you what I'm looking for when that's risen, and for the first stretch and fold. Okay, and around 30 minutes after, that's what I've got. I'm going to carefully move this because it's got oil, it's not going to stick, but I don't want to lose that, so I'm going to place it down. Now, like I say, I am definitely not a bread expert. I'm going to stretch, fold it around a bit, and then do it one more time. And then when it's got to that size again, do it one more time. And then we'll do a final shape for the tin. So all I'm going to do is stretch, fold in, stretch, fold in, stretch and fold in, stretch and fold in, stretch and fold in, stretch and fold in. And then what I like to do is this, get it like that, and then just slap it down. And again, and keep. One more time. And then we're going to go through that process again, back into the bowl. So like I say, I'll rise that again, one more time, do what I've just done, rise it a final time before then shaping for the tin. You could argue that that's possibly too many, but hey ho, it is what I do and it works. So this is after a second rise. I've stopped a little bit early, but I'm running short of time. So I'm going to do one final stretch and fold, and then we're going to put it in a loaf pan. So just gonna let that fill out now and come back when that's at least doubled in size, straight into a oven at 200 but from cold. I always find for some reason that always worked better. Okay, so I'll see when this is proof for a final time. And there you go, that's now risen nicely. I'm hoping this will come off nice, and this is going to go straight in. It's a little bit overproof. Oh. So we're going to go straight into an oven, 200 degrees, and come back to the other side. See you in another 30 minutes. And there you go, into your beaut. Now, you can see obviously a little bit bubbly where it's overproof, it's fine, but if you listen to this, a bit of a hollow sound, which means that that's ready. Well, that's how I always do it. So you can put it on like I just leave it on there for 10 minutes and wait till it's cool. Sometimes I like to cut off the crust of it with some butter. However, that's going to be served with a soup, so that's going to be wait until tomorrow. Please, if you are one of the 90% of people that watch my videos but aren't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Give me a comment below. What do you want to see me bake next? As usual, Don't forget, wherever or whenever you are viewing this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Click the links to the right to see some more of my beautiful, delicious recipes. Give that notification bell a ring to be informed of future content. And last but not least, comment below what's on your plates.